Hi, it's me again, Miko. Now, I was just ranting about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductions, and I realized that there are people out there in the world who, because of the Kardashians, I hate them. Because of the Kardashians, people are running around with T-shirts with icons from the past on their T-shirts, and I guess that's fine if they know who they're wearing. It disturbs me when they don't, and here's why. I was walking. Fordham Road is a shopping center not far from where I live, about 12 blocks away. And I'm walking through the little Fordham Plaza with my daughter, who at that point was, I want to say 3 or 4 years old. She might be, might have been like 5. No, she was like between 3 and 4 years old. And I'm sorry. Now, I have always been that type of person who shares her music with her children because I feel that music education is a serious thing. It should be taken seriously and it should be given to your children very, very early on. I'm also one of those parents who heavily polices what their children watch and listen to. And so I didn't allow my daughter to listen to radio. I did, however, make her a lot of CDs during the time that I had, the CD-ROM and all that, and she had a DVD, not a DVD player. Well, she had that too, but she had a CD player in her room, and she would listen to music all day while she was cleaning, playing, dancing. She loved dancing. Um, she loves it still. She's not dead. It's not like that. But one day we were walking through Fordham Plaza. There's where it goes. Hold on. And I saw this guy walking past us with a Led Zeppelin shirt. And I was really in obnoxious mode that day. I don't know why I was. I just was, okay? So I walked up to him and I was like, "Excuse me, can you name me any of the songs that these guys are saying? Those guys on your shirt, the guys that whose band shirt you're wearing?" And he said, "No." And he looks at my daughter and says, "I'm sorry, little girl, can you name one song by the band shirt of the shirt you're wearing?" And she breaks out into the song "Sedated" by the Ramones because she was wearing a Ramones t-shirt. And then she turns to him and says, "And don't worry, you should listen to Dire Maker. It's a really good song. It'll get you dancing. That's by the band you're wearing." Never a prouder moment. Well, actually, no. My kids have made me proud on a semi-regular basis. But in that moment, dude failed twice over to a 3-year-old. I'm saying. See, my kids can back up their knowledge of music. My kids can back up their knowledge of classic fucking films. What I can't understand is these people who walk around dressing like rock stars, acting like they want to be a rock star, and listening to rap and hip hop and never having heard a single note of rock and roll music. I was speaking to this one guy. He had come by, he was a friend of my kid, and he was trying to hit on me, and I'm just like, "No, dude, not ever happening." He's like, "Well, you're into rock music and I'm a rocker." And I looked at him and I said, "Yeah, what's your favorite band?" And he rattled off some rapper's name, and I have no idea who the fuck it was. And I was like, "Okay, name one in the rock genre." And he was like, "Well, I not really the music, I'm not really into the music, but..." I was like, "Okay, well, what about rock and roll are you into?" And he's like, "Oh, the attitude, the lifestyle." That's not rock and roll, dude. That's just freedom. That means that you turn 21, you've got your freedom, you go out drinking, you party with your friends, you drive around late at night, and you get laid. That's not rock star life. That's being an adult and enjoying it before you go off and have kids. It has nothing to do with rock and roll at all, unless you're listening to the rock and roll music while you're doing said things, or the rock stars that you watch and listen to influenced your style of dress. And none of that is going on with you, and so therefore you are not a rocker, you are a fucking wannabe. And dude looked at me and said I was being really harsh, and then he got upset with me when I didn't want to look at his penis. I don't understand what it is with men. If a woman doesn't want you, based on the whole you have zero in common thing, why is it then that you guys want to pull out your penises and be like, hey, do you want me now? Because I've got to say, it has never been something that turns on, well, me or any of the women that I know. Well, that's not true. Two of my sisters fall for that every single time. But it's only them. And they have this whole brain damage thing where it's like, oh my God, a guy wants to show me their penis. I'm so happy right now. I am not one of those girls. Allow me to assure you of this right now. Let me dissuade you of the idea, the notion that you can pick me up by showing me your penis and trying to convince me that you are a rock star, though you listen to absolutely fuck all and nothing that has anything to do with rock. Okay? Just because our bits scientifically could fit together in theory, it does not mean I'm going to jump for joy just because you want me. If you are not my type, I will not respond to your come-ons. I will actually actively blow them off and act as if it never happened because I want you to save some of your dignity. Now, I do this politely the first 2 to 3 times. If you continue to push the topic, I will then turn around and tell you, no, and here's a list of why. I hate that people push me to this place, and they do it very often because I'm rather polite most of the time. And then they want to turn around and say I'm such a bitch. I'm a bitch because I said this and did that and acted this way or whatever. Well, you pushed me to it. I have no problem with owning the fact that I am a bitch. Yes, I am, and I understand that. But I am normally a bitch because you have pushed me to that point. I'm never a bitch just for the sake of being a bitch. Although, I could be. And I'm pretty sure that there are women out there who have made a whole life and career out of being a bitch just for the sake of being a bitch. But that is not me. I try to be nice. And then, well, people give me reasons not to. And on that note, I'm going to go because I believe my rant is over. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my rant is over. Alright. Oh crap. I just realized you guys could see Frank right over here. Alright. Talk soon. Bye.